But, Corey, we're going to move into our lore corner for this week, which all comes from this mission. So, full disclaimer, I have read the entire lore book. I try not to do things until they're in-game, but since I was unable to access tablets in there through 2 runs and did not start the lore book, I am going to simply read the first 2. There are 12 entries. We're going to read these for the next several weeks. We may do like a reading from this in addition to a smaller lore corner, or like as things build with Keitel, we might need to like adjust course and talk about her.
Right.
This is going to be a recurring theme for us, though, here and now. It is on Ishtar Collective. It is being talked about actively all over the internet, in everybody's mentions, their DMs, every forum. This is going to get ruined for people who want to just wait it out the 6 weeks. This will inevitably, I don't know if it's 6 weeks, it may be 3 weeks, like whatever, however many weeks, it's going to get spoiled for you. So I actually would urge you to go read it on Ishtar Collective now, and then we'll break it down as a group.
Yeah.
So entry 1. This book is called Captain's Log, by the way. The intro to every page starts with, "This page is blighted with mold and the imprint of a memory. The words seep experience into your open mind, through the eyes of Catabai. A royal invitation got me as far as the inner reliquary. I enter the belly of the Leviathan unattended. My eyes catch on the runs and Callus's crestfallen banners. His inner halls don't gleam. Reminds me of stories from the Golden Age. Polish the veneer and present them on a platter, but when you peel back the layers, it's just old. Past with prime far behind. Ahead, a legionary and loyalist guild nods to me and swings open a door. A manufactured version of Callus stands tall on the other side. Its likeness mirrors the tribute hall's automation and many other statuesque bots I'd spoken to him through. The statue of Callus winds to life. You're early, but I suppose your tribe is always ahead of the pack, Hunter. Should I have this room moved, that you may stroll the Leviathan's halls that much longer and appreciate my hospitality?" Not sure what he wants to hear. "She's an impressive beast. I've come to take the job." I turn it like an offer. Uncomfortable silence. "Come and see me, Catabai. I have a present for you." The statue points toward a domed chamber. Its curled walls sport every kind of trophy. Bones on hooks, taxidermy wrapped around terrified eyes, and final moments. A clutch of counselors watches me as they take mechanical plates from 3 other identical statues of Callus surrounding them. They huddle about a towering cage of filigreed alloys and woven circuitry, fitting the plates to it with sacramental focus until the cage becomes a tomb around a pearlescent seat, supporting a lonesome figure within. What an auspicious early arrival. Come, witness my containment. Few have seen this. Callus wheezes from inside the cage, his voice like taut suffocation. Callus's withering form swells and jostles. My thoughts stink of disgust, and he can smell it. I am no more trapped here than you are by your light. You assume this flesh satisfies me? How small. My automations stand as monuments of my image, reflections of my breath. They are as I am, one collective self as nothing is. I grit my teeth and look on, stepping sideways to see him from a different angle. His skin is mottled with a sticky translucence that grips my stomach. Your thoughts are as open as your fears, Catabai. Come, come, look upon me and let my counselors assuage them. Counselors lay more thick plates over Callus's living misery, brushing past me as they finish and exiting the room with my inhibitions. Mechanisms within the plates engage as plum light emits from the slits beneath them. Nacre runs smooth around the frame and into a throne-like cup of sullied nobility. Beneath the chalk, as the last counselor fastens a faceplate into position, deep orbs illuminate the faceplate, like wild eyes in the opening pitch of night. We are alone. What do you know of lies, Catabai? I pick between the words. There's a lot of different kinds. And all of them are weakness. Callus' voice spills from the containment vessel and floods the room. Gods do not lie. Like me, they have neither the capacity nor the reason. True power cannot be threatened. It does not compel deception. And yet I have been betrayed by one I thought to be the final divinity. Sounds like you got swindled. I quickly blunt the question with respect. Emperor. When the darkness found me adrift in the cosmos, rejected by a people I had made, I thought to have found a confidant. No, an idol. They promised to return to me, to uplift me, that we may dance together among the stars and drink of their dying ecstasy, till the end as one. But their chilling little fleet came and went. It was luscious, and so many tasted so much. Yet I am empty. Nothing. Trapped in this limbo of their lie. And gods don't lie, I prolifer. Precisely. To be seen. Callus pauses to heap the drama. For what we really are. Underneath the surface is bliss. All 4 statues step forward to bear Callus's vessel. His voice resounds from all of them simultaneously. Come, cast a shadow in my halls and drink. So soon we will speak to the liar and separate from it the truth. And then scrolled in the margins reads, Smuggler's switch is still working. Maintenance side hatch. Had to kick in the vent. So I kind of wonder if when you find these, it kind of gives you a hint for where you're supposed to go next.
Yeah.
That. This next one is definitely shorter. We're going to run through this and then we'll talk.
Okay.
Our disheveled thresher rattles through lean Nessian atmosphere. Callus's words ring in my ears over the storm rush of re-entry. The ship is yours to claim. Most of the seats in the drop hold are empty. A Scion officer named Quinzik sits across from me. Her eye hasn't left me since she boarded. To my right, a craggy Cabal Centaurian, complete with demolition satchels and projection rifle, adjusts the connectors on his pressure suit. He'd been assigned to make sure none of the other Cabal tried to kill me. Seems news of my command had rendered a number of the crew indignant. I prod first. I can't imagine hiding a ship from the Legion was easy on Nessus. To be honest, I'm surprised they haven't tried to swarm the Leviathan. They would die, grumbles the Centaurian. Bad strategy. What does it matter? Callus saw fit to give you a ship, Katabai. My ghost Gilgamesh glares at me. Quinzik sneers and leans forward, her voice seething from her helmet. The Legion is stirred by Keidel's rousing human. I recognize the tinge of malice in her address, and the fall of Toro Bottle. She sends heralds of her fleet. Ships come and go without stories recorded. We pass unnoticed for some time. The brute bows his head. First time hearing of it. You're saying they won't notice this ship taking off, I ask? For some time, Gilly quotes to Scion, but normally they would, because it's a Legion ship, and you've set me up to commit thievery? All Cabal ships belong to Callus, the Centaurian grows, and Quinzik does not answer to you. Right. My shoulders slump forward, head resting in my hands as the thresher touches down. We disembark on the prickly, milk-rich soil, turning away from the sun as the deep green sky slowly beats out of it. A congested Cabal shipyard glows in the distance against the crest of dark rising on the horizon. You are Katabai. Cabal is speaking to me. He gestures to himself. Bar Toron. You're my skullcracker. I point to my ghost. Name's Gilgamesh or Gilly. Bar Toron considers for a moment and nods. I do that. But you will need to know my name if we find battle. I'm not looking to have a shootout with an entire base. I think the plan is a more quiet reappropriation of the gods' Bato. Well, I do not like that. Gillies didn't take it first, but time wears you down. Gilly nods to Bato, who nods back with a grunt and begins walking. Follow him across the bluffs toward the yard, into flatland desolate and sunless gloom. The shipyard is a massive pulverized flat of rough tarmac, shanty barracks surrounded by a barrier fence. It overflows with craft ranging across eras of the Cabal Empire. The far end of the strip, Gilly spots arc lights shining. A figure draped in azure raiment stands above a throng of Cabal, drawing attention like anywhere else someone's been forgotten. Oh shit, I'm jumping across lines. Hang on. Drawing attention like thunder. Whatever he's saying, they believe it. Gilly catches a few words. It's the same talk you hear anywhere else someone's been forgotten. Blame, looking for a hole to fester in, wrestling at the edges with tepid hope, at risk of falling into the past. Ink scrolled in the margins reads, Maintenance all off the cargo bay door. Cozy spot floor side. This is going to be a heavy lore book.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. This is all through the eyes of Katabai. This is essentially his journal.
Right.
How he came to be captain of the ship and ultimately met his fate that we see.
Yeah.
And man, I'm so excited. I'm almost wondering. So we know that Osiris went to a ship in the far reaches. It was beyond any of the planets we travel to. And says that he encountered such pure darkness he fled. Osiris fled the ship. He felt an evil presence. I'm almost wondering if it was possibly this ship. I don't think it was, for the record, but him narrating the mission while also knowing what we're doing kind of puts 2 and 2 together, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
I don't see there being more than one ship unless this is like a fleet of ships that were abandoned, right? Like, I don't see that happening.
No. I just don't know. You know, we've never had it confirmed where he actually went to. Yeah. I don't think he went to a pyramid. If he did, yell at me and tell me that I'm wrong. This is, again, just the coolest damn thing. The lore is just so good here. The relationship between Catabai and Gilly is something I'm excited to see evolve over the next couple of weeks as we continue to do this and we actually legit unlock it and not just, you know, read it on Ishtar Collective.
Yeah, it's this is going to get dark. I mean, it's already dark, but I feel like, especially getting
it gets
into
much
the middle.
worse. Like I said, guys, I've read the entire book. It does genuinely get much darker, but it may be one of the best stories in the entire universe at this point, even if you have to read it through the grimoire.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to learn more. I'm excited to. I mean, I might just read it the next week or so just to get caught up and, you know, kind of have more of an idea of where we're going with it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'll go and figure out the well, I want to play for random rolls anyways, but I'll figure out how much we get released a week, so maybe we can adjust this a little bit more.
Yeah.
But Corey, you have any last thoughts on this mission or on this exotic scout rifle?
Not really. I mean, nothing that I haven't already said. Like I said, it's...
I gotta know what the catalyst does. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. No,
I gotta know.
There's gotta be
a stupidly good gun.
Oh yeah, it's like it kind of reminds me of Outbreak Perfected in that way, where the gun is already so good, and then what's the catalyst going to make this gun? You know what I mean? Like, it's just going to be just ridiculous. So
it's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah. I love it. I love the weapon. I'm a big scout rifle guy anyway.
Mm-hmm. Same.
I love the mission. It's definitely it's my favorite mission since the Outbreak mission.
Mm-hmm. I think that's pretty indisputable too.
Yeah. I mean, Whisper was also really good, but for me, Outbreak Perfected was like my favorite thing up until this point. It's awesome. So, but do you have any last thoughts?
No, I think that's it. I mean, between that and the Bungie news this week, we pretty much had our show taken care of for us.
Yeah. Thanks, Bungie, for releasing some awesome.
Right. And I want to be really clear, though, about one. I guess I do have one small thing before we leave. Keep in mind that this is week 2 of the season. I see a lot of people going, oh my God, this is already the best season they've ever done. I'm going to pump the brakes on that one a little bit because I think Arrivals and Dawn were both very good. Mm-hmm. And it depends on what do you consider seasons. Do you consider Joker's Wild one? Do you consider Black Armory one? Do you consider, what used to be Penumbra but turned into just, I don't know what it turned into. But, it becomes, it was supposed to be, all about the secrets of the universe and things like that. And instead we waited an entire year to get Prophecy. This is a design I want to see for exotics going forward. I hate having to go do the bullshit of, go get kills in the Crucible and blah, blah, blah. Or like, go get precision final blows. But every death of yours sets you back 5 points.
Right.
So this is really cool. This is not a particularly difficult mission if you're about 1280. You can go in there at 1230, just GG's, because it was hard as hell even at 1280 at times.
Yeah, I went in at
trying to figure out a puzzle and getting shot at.
I went in at 1264 and Mitch was 1271, I think, and we went in there and it was tough.
I went in at almost 1280.
Yeah,
and their generals went in at 1300 with me, so It was good. Highly encourage everybody needs to go play this, and make sure you're going back to the helm table whenever you progress the weekly quest they give you.
Yeah.
For those, make sure you're going back there and listening to the interactions. Today's was Osiris talking directly to Keitel,
which was cool. It was really cool.
As hell.
Yeah,
it was cool as hell. And then when you finish the actual weekly quest and you go back, it's Saladin talking.
Yeah.
I love the banter between everybody at the end of the Proving Grounds, because I got Saladin and Crow once, and Saladin was saying something about people who weren't around for the 6 fronts or something. And Uldren basically called him out, or Crow calls him out and says, hey, I'm a new light, buddy. And you shouldn't disrespect new lights like that. And then he goes, "Oh, well, sounds like he hung up on us." And it's just funny. Like I'm very excited to see how Saladin's story goes forward. He has a new Iron Banner quest on Tuesday for the 2 new weapons. That's how you get your guaranteed first rolls, and they go into the loot pool after that. It's a great week to go do any Crucible things you've been putting off that are not rotating modes.
Yeah.
So you're not falling too far behind. Yeah, man, this gun wrecks in PvP. It's a really cool ornament you can get to that wraps around it.
The one that's like 700 silver in Eververse.
Yes. Yeah, I 100% bought it. I'm sure it's going to go up for Bright Dust, but at some point. But I was fine with buying it.
Yeah, I'll probably wait till it goes up for Bright Dust.
I like the default gun of the look of the gun better, but I enjoyed this mission so much.
Yeah, I feel like the ornament kind of ties into the Guardian hanging from the ceiling. Like it looked like you were like the gun was wrapped in whatever he was hanging from. So
I mean, it was.
Yeah. So it looks cool.